Yo, what's up? This is Phil. Welcome to my channel. For those of you guys who do not know me, which is probably most of you because this is my first video, I'm a professional dancer, specifically in the art of breaking. My channel will be centered around the lifestyle of a professional b-boy, looking at my training, conditioning, tips and tricks, challenges, and just lifestyle in general. This video is on my morning mobility routine. It is a set of movements that I like to do in the morning to get my body prepped for the day and also my mind as well. When you're doing physical activity, I think it's one of the best ways to get your mind in a positive state and getting ready for the day. All right, so I'm gonna break down what my morning mobility routine exactly looks like and then we'll get into it. All right, so these are the target areas of my morning mobility routine. Now, these areas are specifically catered to me and what I do. A lot of these areas are areas that I've injured in the past or are areas that are very injury prone for a lot of breakers. For example, the shoulders and the wrist are very high usage areas for breakers. So I've developed this just to be able to reduce the risk of injury and also strengthen these areas. Disclaimer that none of this is based on anything like scientific. I didn't go to school for any of this. I didn't study any of this. A lot of this is just research that I've done myself, watching people that I look up to, other videos, and I'll link a lot of the references of where I got this content in the description box below. But saying that, I have done this routine or adaptations of this routine for the past few years now, and I have not had any major injuries. Obviously, you're gonna get little tweaks here and there, but I haven't had anything major. I attribute that a lot to this routine. The squat section is actually squat and lower body. We're doing a combination of movements that are gonna help open up the hips, increase flexibility of our knees, of internal rotation, external rotation, as well as just general lower body flexibility. The wrist section is about stretching the area to get it ready for a lot of the training I'm going to do for the day, as well as strengthening exercises. For shoulders, we're looking specifically at the rotator cuff area because that is a high risk area for a lot of dancers. So I've researched a lot of movements that are going to target that area specifically. When we move to spine and back, that's like the end of my mobility. So it's more of just playing with movements that work the spine and back and warming it up for the day as well. That is a short breakdown of what my morning mobility routine is gonna look like. I usually do this just in my living room, but it's a beautiful day outside, so we're gonna actually head outside and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so we're out. Right, so we're outside. It's a beautiful day today and I'm gonna get into this mobility. But before I start, if you know anything about me, I do not like wearing clothes. So we're gonna get properly undressed and get started. So I am fully not wearing underwear, so if anyone gets too close, just give them a little flash and we'll maintain proper social distancing. All right, let's go. so that is the legs and lower body area section of mobility, and then we're going to move on to our wrist now. All right, and that concludes the wrist portion of the mobility routine. My wrists feel really good right now, and we're gonna move on to the shoulders. Right, so we're moving on to the shoulders. This portion is specifically for the rotator cuff area, like I mentioned before, but we're just gonna do a quick warm up. The only thing you're gonna need is a resistance band, and any resistance band will do. I just bought this one off Amazon. It was super cheap. I'm just gonna wrap it around just to make the resistance a little heavier, and we're just gonna do a quick warm up. For this next section, you're gonna need something sturdy to put the resistance band around. So luckily I'm outside. We have like these soccer net things, so I'm just gonna utilize those. right, that was the shoulder portion, focusing specifically on the rotator cuff area. When you're doing this, ideally, you're gonna want a wall or something rigid to be able to track your movements nicely. When you're doing the spine waves, you want something rigid so you can see, so you can create a nice line when you're doing the waves. Unfortunately, I don't have anything right now, but I'm just gonna do it to the best of my abilities. But yeah, let's go. So I just did my 50. I am in public right now, so it might have looked like I was having an intimate relationship with the pole, but that's okay, whatever. That is the spine movement that I like to work on, and then I'm gonna move on to my back, and it's just one quick exercise for that one. All right, moving on to the back. I just like to do one quick exercise for this. I utilize my back a lot when I'm braking, and so this is more of just a warm up for me to warm up my back for the day's training. Alright, so that was my morning mobility routine. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments down below what other kind of content you would like to see. Hit the subscribe button and the like button. And I also have a Patreon for those interested in seeing more exclusive content. I do post videos and blogs weekly, as well as having a chat with myself and other patrons just to communicate, talk, and build together. So yeah, check that out if you want. That'll also be in the link in the description. But thank you guys again for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!